Zdaj pa je čas, da vas prav prisrčno pozdravim in še enkrat povabim, da pridete bližje v našo čudovito srenjo, ki je prav dobre volje. Zakaj? Ker se bo slavnostno odprl finančni sejem Kapital 2011. Na povabilo Vseslovenskega združenja malih delničarjev pa je gost otvoritve tudi generalni sekretar Evropskega združenja delničarjev in izvršni direktor Evropske federacije investitorjev Guillaume Praš, ki ga ob tej priložnosti vabim k nagovoru.
I am very pleased and honored to be in Slovenia today with you at the invitation of VZMD, the Slovenian Shareholder Association, which is a very active association and member of Euro shareholders and also of Euro investors, which is a larger federation based in Brussels. Even though it's my first time to Slovenia, I can tell you that Slovenia has a very good image abroad and in Europe, being still now the first and only country from the former Yugoslavia as a member of the European Union, also being one of the first so-called new members of the European Union to have adopted the euro, and has an image of stability as well. We were exchanging a few words with the Minister of Finance. I heard there are some political difficulties today in Slovenia, but I can tell you it's nothing compared to where I come from. I am based in Brussels, Belgium, where we haven't had a government for close to a year now. So, of course, that is not what I hope for Slovenia, and I'm sure you will do better than that. I'm also pleased to be here today to be able to tell you that Slovenia has another very precious advantage throughout Europe, and that you should protect and nurture and develop, is the number of small and individual shareholders you have in this country. I understand this comes from the way Slovenia privatized the former state-owned companies. I learned also that in the recent past, the number of these individual shareholders has gone down. Again, be very careful with this. I think, again, it's a precious advantage. Look at what happened in some other Eastern European countries where the people of the country were not made the owners of the blue chip companies of the country. If I take, for example, but please don't quote me, Russia, for example, you see where the privatized assets, which were the assets of the citizens, end up with the so-called oligarchs. So I think Slovenia, you have chosen a different path, a very good path that we admire. I mean, all private investors in Europe admire the fact that you have maybe hundreds of thousands of individual shareholders in a country of 2 million people. So because also of the financial crisis, which has hurt investor confidence, not only in Slovenia, but for all Europe, I think it's very important that Slovenia becomes even more friendly with investors, to start with the Slovenian citizens, the Slovenian investors. We need to be very careful that the small Slovenian shareholders' rights are protected and they have the same rights as the bigger ones. We need to encourage this to make sure that you stabilize the number of Slovenian shareholders in your big companies, and that Slovenian people that way can continue to share with the growth of the Slovenian economy, and at the same time understand, that they are working and investing for something where they will have a return. Friendly to investors, not only to Slovenian investors, but also to foreign investors, because more and more Europe is integrated. Even some Slovenian shareholders do have shares not only in Slovenian companies, but also in, Austrian companies, Italian companies, you name it. Same thing for other EU countries. It would be very good for Slovenia that other EU shareholders and Euro shareholders and Euro investors, we represent about 2 million of them throughout Europe, that they invest more, they get more interested in Slovenian companies, in Slovenian investment opportunities. We are working in very close cooperation with our Slovenian member, VZMD, the Slovenian Shareholder Association, and also we have launched, and it's an example I can give you today, a platform called Eurovote to facilitate the exercise of small shareholder rights throughout Europe, cross-border. And I'm happy to tell you that thanks to the dynamism of the Slovenian economy, but also of the Slovenian Shareholder Association, from the start, we could include a Slovenian company. We started with very few companies last year for this Eurovote platform that you can find on the internet, on our website. 6 companies only throughout all Europe. One of them was Mercator of Slovenia. And this year, we are launching the full-fledged Eurovote platform with more than 57 blue-chip companies throughout Europe. And of course, Mercator is still one of them. And we are, of course, open to other Slovenian companies that would be interested in getting better known by EU investors, EU shareholders outside of Slovenia, and also who maybe already have shareholders there and would like them to be able to contact them and to participate to their corporate life. Good speeches are usually short, so I will stop there. Voilà.